Greetings, my excellent friends. Welcome back to Let's Play Trails in the Sky first chapter. This is a New Game Plus run, focused on the story and narrative, doing voice acting for the characters because of our overwhelming theater kid energy. I am Gavarok, and the yeah in the background is my impossible to overhype co-host MJ, who is playing Estelle perfectly. Oh, don't you run away from me, kids.
Kid energy. How dare you?
Luke, let up a little. Feels like all I can do is run away.
And yet Luke is stuck because we got Joshua in front of him.
I am Cassius Bright! Turn and fight, you cowardly monsters!
We've completely destabilized. Oh no, now Pat's behind him again. Okay, that's fine.
There they go.
There they go. I'm disoriented because I normally start at the south end of the town. I'm gonna start at the south.
I'm also disoriented. I'm like, geez.
Let's head over to the guild, Estelle. Yeah, okay, but I'm trying to start where I start.
Quite literally turned around. There we go.
There, that's better. I mean, you do get the full 3D roaming, but it's certainly easier to start at the same place every time. Who else have we got? Claire's around, Ida's around, Uni's around, and Mira and Charles are around. I haven't seen any of them. There you are. Uni.
Luke's been like that since this morning. Boys are so simple-minded.
I wish I could disagree.
Hey, where did Cassius take off to? He's gone away on business and won't be back for a while. Is that so? Cassius was the one who I was most focused on. That's too bad.
Claire!
I think that even if Cassius dressed in normal attire, he'd still shine as an adult male. What the hell? Are you changing his style? He'd express himself as the characteristic beau aside from the typical Joe. There's no doubt he'd be popular on a whole new level, too.
Claire? How old are you again?
She's a precocious one, isn't she? Well.
Oh my god, Claire.
Unbelievable. Redmira came all the way here just to find that she wasted her time for nothing. No buyers and the shops are big cheapskates. Backwater places will always be backwater places.
This lady's really making me angry. Me too. MJ too.
Huh? And who are you supposed to be? Then again, I really don't care who you are. I'll give you a deal, so how about you buy something?
What?
Will one of these wood carvings work for you? You wouldn't find fine workmanship like this outside the Calvard Republic. That might be where she's from.
Calvard? Sounds familiar. Is that some famous store or something?
The Calvard Republic is the country to the east of the Liberal Kingdom.
I knew that.
So Calvard-made folkcraft items are what you're selling, huh? I'm sure you'll find a lot more people willing to take them off your hands if you went to the Royal City. You think so? I really thought some place in the boonies like this one would be a taker on these, but maybe I was wrong.
Danger! Anger meter rising!
Oh, well, I guess I'll try heading to Gransoul sooner rather than later. Then again, what is my son Charles up to? Just when I thought I could get some help out of him, he up and wanders off. Jesus. Oh well, maybe I'll try heading to Gransoul. Then again, my idiot son sure hasn't been any help. Just when I think he's starting to help, he disappears somewhere.
This lady's on the list. She's on the list.
It's on the list of people that we voice act fully. Why is it all the bad people so far that we... Ida is still asleep. Aryl is still asleep. They have been asleep overnight. Presumably she slept here on this bench.
Maybe she's just tired.
Yeah.
She needs a nap. A little kitty nap.
Crap. I wonder where the darn thing went. I've checked every place I could think of.
Charles, you lose something.
Charles has lost something. Oh no.
Charles.
Oh, no. Charles. How are our first-year braces doing? Cassius is gone. Saw him off at the landing port. You heard about it quickly. Cassius used to leave Estelle with these two. Well, oh, that explains your wife's familiarity. But after Joshua came along, Joshua was in charge of babysitting Estelle, despite being the same age.
Huh.
Estelle gets surprisingly lonely when no one's around. Quiet as a cat among strangers.
stuff like that. I'm not.
After about 2 or 3 days here, she'd eat, sleep, and play like it was her own house. Stella would love to see. I am sure. Speaking of Stella, is Stella on the list?
Well,
or is she like borderline?
She's borderline. She's on the edge.
Well, how are you two doing today? Cassie's oh my god.
Cassie's going to be gone for a while, right?
Yeah, that's right. If you need anything, please know you're welcome to come ask for help. We're not strangers or new acquaintances, you know? Don't hesitate if you need anything, or I'll be really angry. Oh, God, Stella. Thanks for the reminder.
Yep. We appreciate your aggressive support, I guess.
She's a roller coaster, really.
It's like the Lind or the Lindy. I go back and forth on what I call it. Whether I pronounce the E or not has just arrived. Your products have come. You better pick them up. Yes, the Lindy comes from Bose and goes to Grancel. Orvid, you're new? What's the deal with everything being in short supply around here? Damn it! Somehow I'm going to have to dig up a grade A product before I head to my next business deal.
Yes, business.
Renon's a hard worker and a good son, but as a parent, you'd like him to take a wife and set your mind at ease.
Oh my... The Ark.
Yes, definitely might be starting something resembling an arc.
Oh no.
How are the Orbment boys? The airliners here.
Orb
Nothing.
boys.
You got nothing coming in. Well, I mean, it shows up every day, so like you don't need a shipment every day. Yeah, you! Could you not bother me while I'm working?
Oh my god.
I've changed my mind about you kids. You're bracers now. Maybe you're not worthless after all. Fate, have you ever heard anything from your father about when he was in the military? This is probably worth talking about.
No, he almost never talks about anything before he became a bracer. Although, he's often told me about my mom. How about you, Joshua? Have you heard anything from Dad?
No, that goes for me as well. Even if I ask, he always finds some way to evade the subject.
Yeah, he does that, doesn't he?
I see. At any rate, Liberl is at peace. There's nothing I want more than to have Uni live in a time of peace. Yes, it is good when your children don't have to live in war. What a bold statement.
Foreshadowing.
There are a lot less quality vegetables now than there used to be. Could it just be your imagination? You'd still be working in the forest if it wasn't for your bad back. Yeah, well, you're old. You feel insecure about your daughter's husband working out there alone. That's a slightly better sentiment than the one that you said before, but it's still not great.
Insecure is better. It's still not.
Like, if that came out of a place of I feel guilty that I can't go out and work. But if it's from, like, I don't think he's good enough, then that sucks. Your husband manages the mind work so hard, so you need to work hard too. And when you think about that, you don't feel quite as lonely. That's good. I like how they all just talk about their inner thoughts to strange kids who walk into their houses, by the way.
I like these two. I feel bad for them, but I like them.
Anya's going to Sunday school. I wonder if school is fun.
I wonder if school is fun.
And, Pat's mother loves this window, by the way.
So much.
Yesterday, my husband, Pat, and I, that's the whole family. Your husband is not Pat. Pat's 9. The sentence structure isn't great. Managed to hold a conversation together. Your husband gave Pat a good scolding. And Pat's always been reasonable, so he saw the error of his ways. The family has taken a step forward. Very good. How's Rhett doing? Shocked when you heard that Pat had gone to the tower. Well, when did you hear that? Because after he came home, you seem to have no clue. He's an obedient child, but very curious. Yeah, I mean, that all seems healthy. Like, obviously, they need to not be running around into monster-filled towers on their own. But you don't want to be that harsh with them either. Luke took off in a big rush. Did he learn his lesson from last time? I mean, so long as they're running around in Rolent, there's no problem at all. It's when they leave and get into danger. Okay, Mirano and Simon, who, despite being on a business trip, are always at the bar. Oh god, is that the same thing you said
bar
before?
Business.
Huh, they did an update. Rolent is nothing more than country, but it's a treasure of resources. I like that she stands in comparison to the other merchant outside Red Mirror, who's like, backwater place,
It is very
backwater place.
interesting, yes.
When Mirano is like, no, this is a great place full of resources, and like, you can tell right away that.
She's clearly more smart.
Yeah. Our names are mentioned amongst the customers. We got some famous people here like Cassius and Shara, but how are we going to break into the big leagues?
Well, come on, Alyssa, don't put so much pressure on me.
Wishing us luck. Even though she's being facetious, she's still completely right about Rolent's resources. She has a very good eye for all kinds of commodities. But at the same time, she's not like, praising the small town vibes. It's still about what she can get out of Rolent.
She's a professional.
Chef wants to change his supplier.
She's
Okay.
a girl boss.
Yeah, Mirano's great. What you doing, Denzel? The vegetables from the farm have not come in. Vegetables from the farm have not come in. Received a message from the Purzel farm saying they wouldn't be able to sip vegetables for a while. What could have happened at the farm? We'll have to make arrangements with another supplier. So it's not that you're betraying the farm, it's that the farm said, we don't have anything for you. That's...
So we're having some supply issues. The
Yeah.
vegetables aren't as good. This is the consistent thread today.
The tower is the symbol of Rolent, its history, and Paddington's pride and joy.
Paddington's pride and joy. Paddington Bear. I'm sorry. That's the only
Yeah,
thing
no,
I can be able
me
to think
too.
of when I see this man.
It's hard. Things have just settled down here at the front
Marmalade.
desk. We got a lot of guests coming in and out of here when airliners land and depart. Despite that, you literally only have 2 new guests, if I'm recalling correctly, but...
It's fine.
oh no, maybe they have none.
Girl in uniform.
Yeah, they have none. It's
Girl
just
in
girl in
uniform.
uniform who was
Oh,
already here.
hi.
You need to make an appointment with the mayor. Interesting.
Normal things to do.
So she's got a
No, you
schoolgirl
go into
uniform
town, you
on.
make
She's got a
an appointment with the
schoolgirl.
mayor. It'd be like that.
Yeah. She's got a uniform from the Royal Academy, and she needs to make an appointment with the mayor, and she's traveling on her own. That's unusual. The mayor's maid, please bless the mayor and his wife so they may live in good health. She's come to church to pray for her bosses.
Dang.
Aside from your aspirations and expectations, there is some tension and anxiety. Estelle has a different kind of anxiety.
I think you must be mistaken.
The absence of a parent would cause anyone to feel uncertain. However, we
Aw.
as humans have the strength to overcome such adversities. Think of these trials as a gift from the goddess and work hard to overcome them.
I'll try.
It's
That's
to be through the religious lens, but yeah. Siguro. We're on a pilgrimage to see chapels from each region of this beautiful kingdom. The airliner just arrived in Rolent. Thanks to these airliners, traveling has never been so easy. I'm just glad I've been able to get away from work for a while. So he's on a religious pilgrimage. And his wife...
Yes, I came along with my husband, fully intending to shop till I drop. The air in Rolent is so fresh, and the city itself is peaceful and calming.
His wife is not quite so religiously focused as Siguro, but
Duality of
Siguro
man.
and Adele are, I wouldn't say they're important, but because they're on a pilgrimage, they stick...
You see them more than once. I
Yeah.
got you.
Sister May has heard many things about us from Father Divine. Stories about when we were in Sunday school. It seems you were an expert at sleeping in class, being late, skipping school, and generally just causing trouble. But despite all of these things, we were quite fond of you.
You really think so?
Why?
I'm intrigued by Sunday school as this concept. Like, religion seems very built into this society.
It is. It is. I think I've been everywhere except the mayor's house now. And the Bracer Guild, but that's like plot location, so I waited on it. Our son, the mayor's son, is working as a teacher at the Janus Royal Academy. The house has felt quite spacious. Sometimes at least I feel... That makes me interested. I don't know who that necessarily is. As someone who is
Interesting.
aware of the teachers, that's interesting. A new lode was discovered at the mine. Pretty promising. This is definitely good news for the mine and for the city. What's mine is Rolent's. That's it. Okay, brace your guilt. Let's go get job. Let's go get a job. Up Here we have Ridge. Your father's going to be going on business for a while.
The second you think my dad's been home for a bit, he strolls right back out the door. I wonder if he's really working sometimes.
Cassius is in every way the veteran member of the Rolent branch. It seems like until recently, Cassius was handling all the important requests single-handedly.
Really?
Yep, seems like he only just started leaving some of these jobs up to Shara. I'm useless. It looks like he gets a lot of direct requests from other branches as well. That's why he's gone so often.
I had no idea.
Well, he's the type of person that never talks about work while he's at home.
Yeah, whenever he's at home, he just seems like a no-good middle-aged man.
A lot of bracers out there who really respect our father. You guess you're one of them too. You guess that you're one of them, Ridge. Alright, you just thought about it a little.
Ridge.
And we have some side quests available.
The
We
shiny
have
rock!
Find the shiny rock. Charles! 30 Mira! I'd like someone to find my shiny rock. Please speak to me directly for details. I think I might have dropped it behind the Orbital Factory. And we have a ferocious monster known as a pine plant roving the Milch Main Road. Oh, good morning, Estelle and Joshua. Has your father already left?
Yep, just barely. That's why we came here to find out about the jobs he left for us.
Sure. There are a total of 3 jobs I have lined up for you. For the first one, I'd like you to head out to the farm west of here.
The farm west of here? Isn't that where Tio lives?
Tio? I seem to have heard that name somewhere before. Tio Purcell. She was one of our classmates at Sunday school. She's also the Purcell farm owner's daughter. Oh, really? I just remembered that one's me. It's actually the Purcell farm that put in a request to have someone exterminate some monsters.
Are they really having problems like that?
No, they lied. Your next job is... Fortunately, nobody has been hurt, but the owner and his family are upset over their fields being destroyed by the creatures. Therefore, the guild received an extermination request.
I never would have expected something like that to happen. Okay, we'll head out there right now.
Here, take this with you. This document certifies that you were dispatched by the guild. Please give it to the owner of the farm.
We already know Tio's father pretty well, so I don't think this is necessary, but we'll take it just in case.
The first job I'm going to have you do is that thing I just said. I'm just going to repeat my dialogue in case you've forgotten. Good luck.
We need the vegetables to be good again so that we can have vegetable sandwiches.
Exactly. Well, I mean, we can make those infinitely and then just, like, turn it into a capitalist empire where we never run out of money. But
Fine.
don't ask about how the ingredients are infinite. That's... So, Charles. Shiny
Hey,
rock.
Charles. Do you want to talk to us about your shiny rock?
This is really weird. Where could it have gone? Oh, excuse me, but can I ask you something? You didn't see a shiny rock around here anywhere, did you?
Huh? A shiny rock?
Yes, that's right. One that sparkles. You didn't see a rock like that lying around anywhere, did you?
Are you saying you lost something? I don't recall seeing anything like that. Do you know where you might have dropped it?
My mom was calling for me, so I ran over to the general goods store where she was. I know I had it in my hand at the time, but when I came back here, it was gone.
When you say general goods store, you mean Mr. Rhinon's store, right? Did you look in front of his store?
Obviously, that's the first place I looked. You don't need to treat me like a kid, you know.
My, aren't you a charmer?
Well, I already asked the Bracer Guild to help find it, so I'm sure it'll show up sooner or later. If you do happen to come across it, give me a holler straight away. I'll probably be around. So where haven't I looked?
I mean,
No, Charles.
he's nicer than his mother.
That's true. That's true.
That's not very hard.
Also, he's a minor, so I'm gonna be
let's
more forgiving.
Is there anything here? Ah,
Huh?
what's the matter?
I wonder what that is. There's something shining down there through the sewer grate. That would be it.
You're right. It looks like something must have fallen through.
The sewers?
Don't tell me you forgot about the sewers already. You know, that smelly, monster-infested place we were in not that long ago?
Oh, right! Those sewers.
We went there during our practical training, right? The entrance to the sewers should be just behind the chapel. If you're so interested in what's down there, then how about we check it out a little later?
Sure, let's do that.
Or now. Now works too. Might be a shiny rock down there.
Shiny rock. The intense music. We must find.
First, we must beat up some rats because I failed to avoid them there. But we're avoiding the. Oh, no. So we're avoiding the moth clouds, but the rats are getting in our dang way.
Let's move out.
Can I find the rock? Oh, there it is. Okay, fine. We will shadow spear these poor 8 HP moth clouds. I assume that's 1 HP per moth. Actually, let's make it faster. Let's drop a hell gate. Get them both.
Oh my god!
We're good to go.
We're sent to hell? It sure is a way to die, moths.
It's fine. Quartz fragment.
I see now. The thing we saw shining through the sewer grate was this.
Seems like it. A quartz fragment, huh? Now we know why it was shining so much.
The way it sparkles is so beautiful. This is made of stufftium too, right?
Loosely speaking, yes, but let's talk about that later. This isn't really the place to have a leisurely chat.
I guess you're right. No normal person would want to stay here any longer than they had to.
But we're weird, so we're at home in the sewers.
We're weird. We're weirdos. We don't fit in. We don't want to fit in.
Rat sweep.
I'm sorry, that's from Riverdale, and I quote it because it makes my sister just go insane. We're fine.
Fair. Words. Where am I going? Here you are.
Hey, is that rock?
Could it be that this is the rock you've been looking for?
Well, it's either that or Dwayne Johnson.
Yep, this is the one. My shiny rock. Why is it all dirty like this?
Hey, don't you have something else to say before you complain?
You guys are bracers, right? I've already paid your money to the guild. Therefore, I think I have the right to complain.
Oh my god. That's not the problem here!
Calm down, Estelle. He's just a kid.
I know that, but...
This quartz is what you were looking for, right?
Yeah, that's the one. This rock is really quartz. You mean the same kind of quartz that's in an ornament?
Yep, it's the same kind of quartz made of sepith. It's chipped, so it doesn't function anymore.
I see. So this rock belonged to an ornament.
What's wrong? You seem a bit out of it.
Who, me? Oh, it's nothing. I'm glad you found it. I guess that's about it then. Goodbye. Oh, that reminds me. I almost forgot. Here, take these. My mom
Girl
gives these to me
meatballs!
and tells me they're healthy, but they're kind of bitter, so I can't stand them. Anyway, I appreciate what you did for me today. Goodbye.
Why are they bitter? Why are the meatballs bitter?
It's the drill part, I guess.
I guess... Seriously, what a cheeky little kid.
I'm sure it's a difficult age for him. But... I wonder why he was searching for that quartz.
What do you mean? Now that you mention it, it does seem a little strange. But oh well. Everyone has something they think is important.
Truer words couldn't be spoken. Perhaps that kid has an interest in ornaments.
I, for one, don't see what's so interesting about those overly complex gadgets. My brain goes numb just thinking about them.
Except for the fact that you'll have to get used to them sooner or later. You won't be able to fulfill your job as a bracer if you can't use one.
Alright, I'll try and learn.
Find the shiny rock completed!
We found the shiny rock!
And we get the finished status with the exclamation mark, which means it hasn't been reported in, so we haven't gotten our full rewards. We get any reward that's like incidental, like the meatballs, but we don't get the. I've already eaten a meatball because I still had it in my inventory from the last playthrough.
Yeah.
Those ones probably were a bit off by that point. Has she got anything new to say now that we've done that with her son? No, still just your idiot son.
Still calling your son an idiot.
Where did he go?
Wow. No wonder he's talking like this.
Now he's behind the other shop. I can't believe your mother is trying to sell folk crafts in a city that has ships that can fly. I am amazed at how brazen she is when it comes to business. Brazen is a word you chose. Alright, so, our goal as it stands is to head west to the Purzel farm. But there are now 3 paths. We've been to the north, to the Ismelis Tower and the mine. There's nothing in the mine. I think Malga is also to the left, so the monster we have to kill. But I'm gonna take a detour south. There's nothing in Mistwald except forest and enemies, but the Gurune gate is the furthest we can reach at the wall of Grancel. And there are some people there. There's no, like, actual reason to go there yet, but it's a place to see, and this is the earliest that you can
Alright.
meet those characters.
We will go on a quest.
Yeah, down the Elize highway. And add these to our monster tree. And these. Well, I think I already have that one. Oh well, we'll just murder them, because they looked at us funny with their plant eyes. Yeah,
Evil plants. How dare they?
I'm vaguely looking for chests, but it doesn't matter really. Mars Sparrow, a ferocious flying monster that can summon meteorites. Not if we don't give it the chance. Bridge. Yeah, there's really nothing here. There's the turn off to the forest, and then the gate down there. Oops. Oh, guess you're dead now.
We're good to go.
Bonk, bonk, bonk. 3 EXP for 3 enemies. You know, one day we'll level up. Mistwald, beware of monsters. If you're playing fair. I do like that they have the road signs that don't actually help you because you have a map, but make sense because real people would need them.
Yeah.
And here we have the gate.
World building.
One of the borders. There's a border between each region. The Gurune gate is between Rolent and Grancel. And it is part of the giant wall, which we can begin to see. So, Private Logan. This massive structure is called the Arnenberg Wall. It was built so it surrounds the entire Grancel region, and it existed before the kingdom was founded. So who made it, and for what purpose? Because, yeah, the liberal citizens just sort of co-opted it.
Not the first time we've talked about ancient civilizations.
The towers and the wall.
Structures. Interesting.
So they built the capital city in this little circle because it was convenient. The Grancel region is just beyond here. Do we have business in the royal city? No, we don't, Private Ethan, but we're visiting the gate anyway. Private Andon, are we heading to Grancel? No, should have figured as much. Everybody who wants to go to Grancel takes the airliner because walking all the way around the world is stupid.
We're just silly like that.
It does mean that the gate guards get a very boring time. Chief Warrant Officer Robin, we're bracers. Thank you for your hard work. Let's work together if anything goes wrong. That's nice. Not everybody in the army likes the bracers, but some do. We won't be able to go to Grancel without a pass. And in here we have Emily, the mess hole. Go ahead and order something you like. She is also a source of some recipes we don't have.
You, Emily.
Except we do, because I had them in my inventory, but you can get the vegetable sandwich here if you don't have it in your inventory already.
Yeah.
That's when you can start getting the money
Vegetable sandwich and
machine
french
going.
fries.
Traveler's Inn, where anyone can stay the night with a mess hole. Come and spend the night. Thanks, Sam. Appreciate it. Get your health restored there. And here's a barracks for soldiers that's completely empty. And here's the boss, Warrant Officer Graves. If you come to take a tour, anyone can use the facilities. Yep, that's true. Anybody can just walk up and take a bed for the night. It's a very relaxed sort of kingdom, but it's the sort of service you need for travelers who are going between the cities. And we can travel along the top of the wall. It's not a super impressive wall, really. Like, for an ancient ruin, it's just a wall. It's impressive by how long it is.
I mean, it's pretty.
Yeah. Welcome to the Arnenberg Wall, if you come here to sightsee. In ancient verse, the royal city is referred to as a pearl, and the Arnenberg Wall is the oyster shell which surrounds it. The wall is so old, nobody knows why it was built, but one can assume it was built for defense.
Okay, admittedly, this wall keeps making me think of Attack on Titan, but I haven't even watched that in eons, so I don't even have anything good, like, or constructive to say.
I
on
haven't
that
watched it in
subject.
ever, so I have nothing to say about it either.
Yeah, it looks, the top of it looks really similar, especially just like the brickwork, I think.
There's nobody there. And if we go all the way to the roof, we will find a dweller on the roof named Private Thomas. I'm surprised you made it up here. Didn't you get lost inside? Not really. It was linear as hell.
It's pretty linear.
But I do like
A lot of straight lines.
that we can see the soldiers that we talked to on our way in below from the roof, and we can
Hello, friends.
we can also see the soldiers on the Grand Cell side who we can't currently access. So yeah, this side here we can't reach, but and that is our official border to the Royal City. Perhaps we'll get to come through here if we ever
I
have
assume
business.
So it's on the map. Speed run.
Beyond that, yeah, it's the turbo. The turbo is really good when
Turbo.
you're traveling between spots, because you can't fast travel at all. So you do a lot of these like zoom runs through the roadways, trying your best to dodge every enemy. The way I do it is I stare at the minimap and I look at the red dots, and I don't collide with the red dots, and I don't actually look at the map that I'm running on, which is
That
bad
works.
when I walk into like a wall. But so long as I don't do that, we're good.
It's fine.
Anyway,
That'll
off
be
to the
fine.
left we have the Milch main road, which is a bit more freeform.
The Milch.
I'm just gonna do a quick chest sweep if I don't run into enemies along the way.
Let's
This will take us towards the Purcell farm. And there's also a couple of interesting things along the... Oh, there. Monsters appeared! It's a monster chest! This is really serious if you're not playing New Game Plus. These monsters can
Oh, dang.
fuck you up. But I have Black Fang, which hits everything on the map. It's not maximum because he's got 157 CP, not 200. But anyway, it'll still kill everything.
You're finished.
Oh my god. Joshua, dang!
That's that then.
Dang.
Let's
buddy.
move out.
Topaz Talisman. You open the empty chest and stare inside. The chest stares back accusingly. You took from me. I had one purpose in life. It was to contain this object, and you have taken it.
Basically.
I sit here, now, on this roadway, bereft of reason. The next set of heroes that come along looking for loot are gonna get fuck all, and it's your fault. And I hope you know that. That's what that chest wants us to feel. Sorry, was that too deep? The chest is empty. Haha, got you. I consider ourselves gone, I guess.
That's that. Let's move out.
Get him. Got him. Gone.
We're gotten.
Tear bomb.
Chest
Shocked?
is empty. Shocked. Tear being the heal spell, so a tear balm is a potion.
Gotcha.
It soothes your tears. The chest is empty. Surprised? No, because I opened it. And I believe the farm is down to the south. But before we go to the farm, we'll head over to the Verte Bridge, which is the border between Rolent and Bose.
Oh.
We'll just stop in and see what it looks like, because it's our first chance to do so. There's nothing down here at all. Ah, hello.
Explore. Uh-oh.
Do you see him? Do you see him?
Yeah?
Do you see it?
You see it? Are we gonna... Hello?
This
Oh.
is a shining pom. A dastardly shining fluff, insanely quick and, well, insane. Near impossible to hit. These
So
guys give giant amounts of EXP on your first run through, and they also drop a lot of all kinds of Sepith, and they're basically your grinding material. But they're really hard to hit and really hard to kill, unless you're level 40, in which case you can still fail. This is hubris on my part. Let's just get Estelle to bash one of them, so one of them can die for the monster guide.
Listen, bash with the stick. Look at her go. I'm so proud of
You
her.
can get him with Shadow Spear, because that has like a chance to kill him. Still does 0. Wow, so even the basic palms, you don't outlevel the palms. Okay. Normally you have to like use your special attacks to kill them. Or if you get lucky, the Shadow Spear will manage. But these guys are basically the rare enemies that will flee. There we go, we got the 20% chance. So we got 7 damage, yeah.
Hey!
So we got 40 of each kind of stuff. We don't need to kill them because I'm New Game Plus, but just every chapter you'll find the
For
Shining
demonstration,
Palm spot, and you will you'll grind with them. Because here they're level 10, when everything else is level 5 and 3, and instead of being worth 6 EXP and 8 EXP, they're worth 100.
Oh my god. Dang.
And the way this, the way the
Dang.
EXP value works in this game, for anybody who does not know and needs to, the EXP value that they have is the amount of EXP they give you when your level matches them. For every level over the enemy, you receive half of that stated amount. For every level under the enemy, I believe you receive double the stated amount.
Oh. Oh.
So, if you're like 10 levels behind an area, you will catch up so fast, but you also can't overlevel too much, because it'll eventually drop down to 1. So it's a really good balanced game. It doesn't want you to just grind super hard, but it does let you have the palms there to like speed that up. Anyway, this has been Trails Trivia
Thank you
with
for
Gary.
your service, Palms.
Yeah, they're here for our increased strength. They die for our, not our sins, but our
Oh my god.
growth. Anyway,
All hail the Palms!
here is the Verte
I'm gonna
Bridge.
start a new palm religion.
It is a much less impressive guard post, as it is not protecting the capital. It's just a simple bridge across a river.
Chill bridge.
Two guards, one of which isn't even manning the post like he's supposed to. What's this guy doing? Private Harold. He's new here. He'd just been working on a farm, but he decided to enlist in the Royal Army. Well, ain't that a common story? Private Scott. Great Scott. Ever since airliner flights began, not many people like to walk. And guarding the checkpoint is boring. Sorry. Sorry about that.
Well, if war happens, you're gonna regret that,
Yeah.
Scott.
The army, being in the army is boring when there's no war. And here is Chief Warrant Officer Ashton. Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua too.
Hello, Mr. Ashton.
It's been a while since we last met. Yes, it has. So I've heard my boy Luke caused you a lot of trouble, did he?
Ah.
I'm absolutely ashamed as a father.
I'm sure it's perfectly normal for a boy his age to be naughty like that. I mean, even I ran around outside of town when I was young.
Yeah, and you're supposed to be a girl. Okay, Joshua. Can we not be old gender normie up in here? Estelle is valid. You're certainly full of energy as usual. I wish I could get back to Rolent more often. It hasn't been long since I took this post, and for the moment there's a lot to do. In the war, 10 years ago, the checkpoints played an important role in dividing the Imperial Army. Although few travelers come through nowadays, we can't neglect our defenses. The attitude of my new recruits is less than desirable. But since I've taken the post, I'll need to whip them into shape at least once. So yeah, he is not a miscreant father who's letting his son run rampant and staying away from home. He's a hard-working army officer who is stationed here and has to stay here to protect the land.
Okay.
And we quite like him as a result. Alright, let me get to the farm entrance.
Luke's just a little silly.
Luke's understandable, he's young.
Yeah, he's a kid.
And he wants to be a bracer, which means he wants to go out and adventure to get used to that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Which is a kind of, what's the word? It's respectable, I think. Anyway, that will do us for now. We will head to the Purcell farm in our next one,
Oh,
because we're right outside of it. Yes, we're at 40 minutes again by accident.
whoopsie daisies.
It happens, but we've begun. Wait, where was the monster?
What?
Milch. Where's the pine plant? I missed it. Okay, well, I gotta go fight the pine plant at the start of next video. I'll double check where it is. But then we'll go to the farm. Anyway, fare thee well, everybody.
See you later.
8 out of 10.